Hi everyone, it's time again for Game of the Week. What game are we looking at this week? This week is Universal's Ladybug. Ladybug is a maze chase video game produced by Universal and released for the arcades in 1981. Its gameplay is very similar to Pac-Man, with the primary addition to the formula being gates that change the layout of the maze when used, adding the element of strategy to the game. The arcade original was relatively obscure. The game found wider recognition and success as a launch title for the ColecoVision home console. The goal of Ladybug is to eat all the flowers, hearts, and letters in the maze while avoiding other insects. The player is represented by a red, yellow, and green character representing a ladybug. How the enemy insects appear varies by level. The board of the maze acts as a timer, with each circuit signaling the release of an enemy insect from the central area up to generally the maximum of 4. The speed of the circuit increases on stage 2 and 5. There are 8 different enemy insects. A different insect is introduced on each level of the first 8 levels. Beginning on level 9, each level has 4 different enemies. Unlike Pac-Man, the player can alter the layout of the maze by shifting any of the 20 green gates. It is not possible to completely isolate a portion of the maze, though, through gate shifting. When the 4th enemy insect enters the maze, the central area will show a level-specific vegetable. Eating the vegetable gives the player bonus points and immobilizes the enemy insects for several seconds, although touching them is still lethal. The randomly placed skull icons are lethal to the ladybugs and enemy insects alike. An enemy insect who dies returns to the central area. Once a vegetable is eaten, the central area will remain empty unless an enemy insect dies and is re-released, revealing a new vegetable. A ladybug who dies will shrink from view and be briefly replaced with icons representing the stereotypical wings and halo of an angel. Colors of the hearts and letters cycle through a short red, a milding yellow, and a longer blue. Point values are as follows. Flower, 10 points. However, it's 20, 30, or even 50 points with the appropriate multiplier. A blue letter or heart is 100 points, 200, 300, or 500 points with the appropriate multiplier. Yellow letter or heart, 300 points, 600, 900, or 1500 points with the appropriate multiplier. Red letter or heart, 800 points, 1600, 2400, or 4000 points depending on the multiplier. Vegetable starts at 1000 points, increasing by 500 with each level to a maximum of 9500 points on level 18. Beyond this level, the vegetable's appearance, horseradish, and point value remain fixed. If a heart is consumed while it is blue, a point multiplier will come into effect, indicating by the blue selection in the upper corner of the screen. The first blue heart doubles all point values. The second triples them, and the third quadruples them. This multiplier lasts until the level is complete. Eating hearts while they are yellow or red offers no benefit beyond the points collected. At each level of the maze will contain 3 letters. The first will be randomly selected from the set of X, T, or R, which only appear in Extra. The second will be randomly selected from the set of S, P, C, I, and L, which only appear in Special. The third will be an A or an E, which appear in both words. The secondary goal of the player is to complete the word Special, indicated in red at the top corner of the screen, and Extra in yellow at the top center. For example, if a letter S is consumed while it is red, the corresponding letter will be in the word Special. It will change from gray to red. Eating an S while it's any other color, when S in the Special is already red, offers no benefit beyond the points collected. Completing the word Special rewards the player with a free game, while completing Extra gives an extra player life to the user. Completing either word causes all the letters to return to normal and immediately advances the player to the next level. The vegetables associated with the first 18 levels and their corresponding point values are cucumber 1000, eggplant 1500, carrot 2000, radish 2500, parsley 3000, tomato 3500, pumpkin 4000, bamboo shoot 4500, Japanese radish 5000, mushroom 5500, potato 6000, onion 6500, Chinese cabbage 7000, turnip 7500, red pepper 8000. Note, the name is misspelled in the game. Celery 8500, sweet potato 9000, horseradish 9500. A melody that plays when the new ladybug enters the maze is a snippet of the song called Ladybug Samba. Ladybug was adapted to the home video game systems in Television and ColecoVision. In the ColecoVision version, completing Special puts the player into a bonus level known in-game as the Vegetable Harvest, where the goal is to consume as many randomly placed vegetables as possible within a fixed time. The Special register does not appear in the Television version at all. In 1982, a catalog of the Atari 2600 cartridges manufactured by Coleco said that an Atari 2600 version of Ladybug would be released, but Coleco never released the game. Ladybug was also released as a fighting bug on the Casio PV-1000 in Japan, one of only 13 games released for the platform. According to Electronic Games, Ladybug did just alright in the arcades. It became popular when it was released as a home video game cartridge. They said the ColecoVision port is proving to be one of the most successful home video games ever. The arcade game was recognized for its original gameplay within the maze game genre. In 1983, the 4th Arcade Awards gave it a Certificate of Merit as a runner-up for the most innovative coin-up game, stating that in addition to the turnstiles to the labyrinth that made the game a fascinating contest packed with strategic nuances never before equaled in this particular genre of coin-up. And Electronic Games called it the most wonderful blend of strategy and maze chase thrills ever. And reviewing the ColecoVision version, Creative Computing Video and Arcade Games said in 1983 that Ladybug was not a Pac-Man clone, stating that the movable turnstiles set it apart from other maze games of the era. The magazine reported that ColecoVision's version had become more popular than the arcade game ever was. It was reviewed in Video Magazine in its Arcade Alley column, where it was described as a maze chase game with all the high-speed action and thrills of Pac-Man combined with strategy-oriented gameplay of the ColecoVision's game sound and graphics were reported to equal, if not actually surpass, the original. The version of the game was popular, winning Video Game Year Award in the 16K or more ROM category at the 5th Annual Arcade Awards, where judges described it as an outstanding home edition of the coin-op, placing it as a cult favorite. As I already said, that Ladybug back in the arcade day was not one of the most popular machines. It did much better on the home console ports. So if you did want to experience Ladybug for yourself, you definitely will find a very good port in the ColecoVision. In fact, I love the ColecoVision port myself. But of course, it is available in MAME if you want to play the arcade original. If you do like Pac-Man, if you do like games like Mousetrap, Ladybug is definitely one you should take a look at. I find it very enjoyable, and I think you'll have a great time playing it. Well, that's it for this week's Game of the Week. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to join us every Friday for a new Game of the Week. And remember, no matter what game you play or how you play it, remember to tell your family and friends that you love them. But most of all, game on.